We'll return to the other big theme that we were talking about today, which is, of course, aviation. You did see the Interglobe stock open with a gap down opening after the DGCA grounded as many as 11 aircraft belonging to IndiGo as well as GoAir. The government standing by the decision of the regulator, saying security and safety is paramount, that cannot be hampered with at all. Meanwhile, 65 flights have been cancelled by the two carriers together. Let's invite our guest, Kapil Kaul of Kappa South Asia, now joining us. Hi, Kapil. This is Nayantara. Thank you for taking our phone call. So 65 flights that have been affected, they've been cancelled, and within 24 hours of the directive, you've even seen GoAir make an emergency landing in New Delhi for a flight coming out of Leh. Do you think this is just the beginning or what is likely to follow, that maybe we will see more aircraft being grounded? And the only reason I'm asking this is because of today's emergency landing.
Yeah, so first of all, as of now, the challenges are restricted to these about 11 NEOs which have the new series of engines. I don't know, most of these 11 aircraft have already been grounded. Emergencies can happen. That necessarily is not a challenge with respect to engine itself. One has to understand why that emergency landing had to be done. But the challenges that came from the European regulator, came from the product safety boards of Pratt & Whitney and Airbus, and subsequently followed by the Indian regulator, was with these 11 planes and with the new series engines, and those have been grounded. As of now, the challenges are restricted to these 11 aircraft. But we will see if there is any other inputs that will come. That's in the future. But right now, the disruption is limited to these 11 planes, and the disruption is about 50 to 75 odd flights. IndiGo does 1,000 aircraft, 1,000 flights a day, so the disruption as of now is minimum. Also because it's a lean period for travel, and also the fact that IndiGo has and both Go have a larger daily flight pipeline. From that perspective, the disruption is minimized.
So let me just rephrase a question I was trying to ask you. Do you know if every Pratt & Whitney engine fitted in an Indian aircraft of a commercial airline has been audited, and that's why this number 11 is what has been grounded, the number 11 jets, or do you think that figure could rise?
No, the aircraft that are with the new engine are already 11 in India. 8 of A320s for IndiGo and 3 for Go. The number of aircraft with the new series is 11. The directive has come from the European regulator and the product safety boards of Pratt and Airbus following the in-flight shutdown, and that resulted in a directive which resulted in this grounding. It is not related to all the 30 NEOs or 30 plus NEOs that we have. It's only about 11 right now, and that too with the new series of engines.
You know, there's some government data that's come out which shows that the number of air proxies that you saw in 2016 was at 32, and 25 in 2015, but it's better than 2014, where we saw 33. So my next question to you is, do we need other and better warning systems in place?
No, I think, first of all, it's very important to understand that the OEM and the regulators globally, this is a global aircraft, this is a global industry, regulations are global, so it's not specific regulation to India. The challenges were understood. Earlier also there was a directive which resulted in some regulatory action. So as of now, the OEM as well as the global regulators and the other regulators are taking a very serious cognizance of this. As and when they feel that the directive needs to be, or an alert or directive needs to be shared with respective countries, and the regulators, along with specific action that they recommend, is taken care right now. So I don't see there's right now any further risks or any panic stage at this present moment.
Kapil, just request you to stay on. Just wanted to highlight this news flow. Aadhaar, we're picking up from Times now. Aadhaar March 31st deadline has been extended. No further details available, but we'll get you more details as and when we get. This is just fresh news coming in. Let's go back across to Kapil. Kapil, I just wanted to understand that, largely you think what can be the issue? Do you think weather is the only issue? Because India, as of now, is the only country which has raised such issues with the new aircraft. Do you think other countries can follow as well?
No, I think there has been a case in Europe as well. It is not restricted to India. With this new series of engines, there have been some instances in Europe itself. But one must see that I think the action was prompt. With the result, they have grounded the entire new inductions till June, till this problem has a structural solution. But there has been instances in Europe as well with the new series of engines. But maybe India has more because the neo share in India is pretty large. The induction pipeline is very strong. But there has been an instance in Europe as well, which prompted this regulatory action.
Right, and what do you think happens to the new capacity that is coming in with the likes of IndiGo, Go, most of the other airlines? They would, as of now, halt their orders which they have given.
So as of now, the delivery of Neos will stop till June, which would mean that whatever pipeline of inductions that Go has will not happen. Whatever pipeline of inductions that the narrow-bodied inductions that IndiGo had, and IndiGo had a very robust expansion. They were looking to induct about 60 to 65 aircraft in FY19, which included some ATRs, but predominantly narrow-bodied. As of now, till June, those inductions will get stopped, with the result that the capacity will get moderated from now on till this problem is sorted out. So at least for the first half of next fiscal, we will see capacity moderation and then possibly significant capacity moderation in the market, which could possibly mean an upside because we are approaching a season. It could possibly mean upside to.
So one question for you before we let you go and move on to the breaking news of Aadhaar. Do you think it's going to be handled differently? If all of these aircraft were in the air till yesterday, today you have utter chaos, 65 flights cancelled. I'm imagining going forward the airlines will make up for all of this by increasing their airfares. Is this how such situations are handled globally?
First of all, there's no prediction to there's a new technology. Normally in the initial years there is a disruption. Nobody knows that these kind of disruptions are likely to happen. So the regulator, what it does is whenever it has a doubt, it takes preventive action. But nobody knew that these kind of issues will crop up so that you can prepare for it. You normally have a regulator and the product safety boards which are proactive. Whenever they are in doubt or feel a challenge, they obviously take such actions which obviously the OEM doesn't like, the airline doesn't like, or the system doesn't like because it creates a disruption. But normally these are taken in the interest of safety because for almost every stakeholder, safety is very critical. We'll have to see how this pans out and what is the structural solution. That is an issue, and the disruption it caused to capacity induction. But broadly, with new technologies, these things do happen. We'll have to see how long will it take to find a structural solution to this.
Okay, Kapil, thanks so much for putting all of this together for us and bringing, helping us decode what has transpired over the last 24 hours. Always a pleasure chatting with you.